Is Kaz trans?
No.
Okay.
No. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Blake here with special guest Austin, and we're going to discuss episode 2 of Shadow and Bone. So a lot happened in this episode. We are finally introduced to General Kirigin, or as book readers know him as the Darkling. What did you think of General Kirigin?
He's very attractive. It's true. He's very attractive.
They did cast well with Ben Barnes.
Yeah. The casting in this entire show is just like eye candy. But anyway, he's mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
He's mysterious.
Would you say dark and mysterious?
Definitely dark and mysterious. I'm intrigued by him. I don't know if I trust him yet.
Okay.
But he has like a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very interesting character for sure.
I think they did a really good job of introducing him, and
it's very dramatic.
Like they built it up. I mean, we had one shot of him watching like the skiff go into the fold in the last episode, and then this episode when you see him in the tent, you're like, ooh, who is that? And then when we finally see him, when we see him use the cut on like the Driscoll, that was no, not that. The cut.
Was he not the one who did this thing though?
No, yeah.
Okay.
So he used his thing to find out that that Alina is a sun summoner. That's a change from the books, which I thought actually worked really well, because in the books there are like people who can like tell if you're Grisha, and so they grab your wrist and then they can tell.
Okay.
And so this I think worked more visually, like it's like, oh shit, she's the summoner, you know. But no, the cut is the
where he like literally sliced a man in half.
Yeah.
From like.
I didn't think the show was gonna be so gruesome, but I'm glad that like they went there. Like it was cool. Yeah,
it kind of works actually, because I feel like if it was less gruesome, it would almost be like too like childish mystic, you know?
Yeah. Let's talk about Alina. So Alina goes through a lot in this episode.
Oh my god, I know.
She's separated from Mal.
So hard.
And my favorite visual motif in this episode was them constantly reaching out for each other, like with their hands. We had the flashbacks to the orphanage when they were running away from the people who are going to come and test them to be Grisha. And that motif is repeated a couple times, and it just broke my heart every time, especially at the end when they were reaching for each other and they. Yeah, it was great.
So cute.
I'm all aboard the Alina ship train.
Oh yeah.
And they're just wringing our heartstrings. So what do you think of like what Alina went through with the whole attack?
Yeah, kind of wild, because she's basically being like torn from her entire life, just because they found something out about her and it's not something that she can control. And I think definitely with a lot of like her backstory of like being an orphan, being half, what was it called? Shu. Being half Shu, just like having those things that made her feel like an other already, and then adding an additional one on top of it. Like it's just like, just another thing to just add to the list of reasons why she's treated differently.
Yeah, and I think that also just like works really well into her character, is like why she doesn't want to be a sun summoner. Like she was literally like, I will give away my power. I don't want this. And Kirigin is like, well, like what the fuck do you mean? Like it's a gift. And she's like, no, I don't want it. Like, and I think that just fits so well with her character and like what she's going through. So now the episode ends and she's at the little palace, and we're going to get into lots of royal shenanigans in episode 3. But before we go, we got to talk about the crows. So a lot happens in Ketterdam in this episode. Do you want to describe what happens?
Well, okay.
From what you can remember. There was a lot of things going on.
We saw Pekka.
Yeah, Pekka.
His name's Pekka. I've been thinking it's
Rollins.
Pecker this entire time.
Pekka Rollins.
Okay, Pekka Rollins comes over and basically tries to intimidate my man with the cheekbones.
Kaz.
I just will never know the names. Kaz comes over to intimidate Kaz.
You know, it's okay. He is the man with the cheekbones.
He's the man with the cheekbones.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner. So He comes over to intimidate him, and then Kaz is like, nah, like, I still want the money. So he's not phased pretty much at all. And then we see Inej. I'll get there, guys. Don't you worry. Inej, she gets summoned by the woman who like owns her. Helene, yeah, her little owner. And that woman decides to give her a deal to basically have to kill somebody for her freedom. And we learn an interesting thing about her, or at least I did, because you probably already knew, that because of her religion or faith, they didn't really describe it too much, she doesn't kill. Like, that's just a thing that she doesn't do. So this is actually like a really high price for her to have to pay. Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting, just because in the books, you know, we see her kill quite a lot. And so I think kind of building up to that is very interesting. Like, that's such a nice twist to the character, because she's always been a religious character. Like, she worships the saints, and she kind of like asks for their forgiveness after she kills, but like she does it like when it's necessary.
Gotcha.
So it's not like wanton murder. And so it'll be interesting to see when she crosses that line. Because I think they built it up, you know, she was angry and she almost went there, but then she didn't. And I think also the show did a good job of like kind of hinting at her backstory, which, you know, she was sex trafficked, which is not good. No. It's terrible. No. Yeah, a lot of the crows have really sad backstories.
Yeah. Got that impression.
What do you think is up with Kaz? Like, because they gave hints as to he has something in his past.
Oh, like what's going on with him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have no idea at this point. I have zero theories.
It was something to do with another person. Do you remember?
Poppy? Something to do with Poppy?
No, when he asked Pekka, what did he say? He said,
I don't remember.
Well, okay, so I'm trying to jog your memory without giving it away. What
did he say?
He says, we've never made a deal before.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And then Pekka is like, no, we've never.
Yeah, he says, no, we've never. And if we had, like, you would know better, basically.
Yeah. Do you have any theories?
If this is horribly wrong, you won't.
No, please tell me. Please tell me.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Is he one of those like shapeshifters? Oh,
interesting.
I had another theory as well.
Okay, tell us the theory.
I'm scared about this.
No, please.
I want to get canceled.
You're not gonna get canceled.
Is Kaz trans?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm trying to think of reasons why they wouldn't, like, Pekka wouldn't recognize Kaz.
Interesting. Okay.
That's where my mind is going.
Got it. Okay.
But I feel like that's wrong.
You know what? We'll find out. Okay. Or will we? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I think a standout in this episode, at least for me, was Jesper.
Oh, yes. Sharpshooter.
He had some funny moments in, like, I just love Kit Young, the actor. He's doing such a good job at, like, I don't know, he's the most charismatic person in the show, I think. Like, anytime he's on screen, I'm just, like, focused on him, you know?
Yeah, no, he definitely, like, draws your attention toward him. It was kind of fun, though, because he has, like, a little, like, Western vibe. So that's an interesting thing that I was noticing this episode is Rotterdam is a mixture, I think, between, like, Amsterdam and the Wild West, almost. Which really ties in super well, actually, because they both had brothels. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy place. Also, so the whole like kind of thing that the crows are doing this episode, they're trying to find the conductor, and so I'm really interested in that because there was one shot in the trailer. If you saw my trailer reaction, I was trying to figure out what the fuck that shot was, and now I think I know, maybe because this conductor thing is brand new, and how is he getting across the fold? We're gonna find out. And I think that's pretty much all we have to say about episode 2. Is there anything else you wanted to add? I
like it. I'm really liking the story. It's making me want to read the books, actually.
Yeah, I have the books. I'll give them to you.
I know.
Well, that's good. We will see you guys for episode 3.
Yeah.
Bye!